Alright, in this lesson, we're not going to do anything specific on the game board. We're just going to talk a little bit about strategy, your overall game plan. What is it that you're going to do in the game? Up till now, I've given you a lot of tactics and skills and things that you can do that'll improve your game. And even at this point, I'm pretty sure that you're going to beat 90% of the people that you play chess against. Just with these little tools, you'll win most of the time. But it goes on. I just want to take it a little bit more because there's more to do. So up till now, I've given you a lot of tools. We can call them tactics. Now, tactics isn't all that the game is about. These are just little tools. In fact, you could compare this to something like building a house. The tools that I've given you so far would be similar to hammering a nail into wood, taking a saw and sawing some wood, maybe a staple gun, whatever it is that you think, with the intent to build a house. Well, just hammering nails and just sawing things isn't going to build a house. You have to have a plan. And that's a lot like how it is in chess. Just simply using the tools isn't going to win the chess game all the time. It has to fit in to a bigger plan. Now, I wanted to tell you a little story to kind of go along with this. That helps teach me a little bit about position in life, in sports, and in a game. When I was a teenager, I was a pretty darn fast runner. I ran track, and my best event was the mile. I liked the mile because it was long enough that it involved a little bit of jockeying for position and things like that. But it was short enough that it didn't go on forever. One of the tools that I used to help me get into a better position was drafting. If it was a windy day especially, I would tuck behind another runner so the wind wouldn't push against me as fast and help conserve a little bit of energy. And during the race, I would always try to position myself that by the time I hit the straightaway, I would have enough strength to sprint past my opponent and win the race. So position was very important to me as a runner. And in chess, position is going to be similar to that. Position is everything in chess. You can't just randomly put things somewhere. You have to fit it into a plan, and so that when the time comes to put your opponent in checkmate, it's not a big deal. It's just part of your plan. The position is there, and it only takes one simple move, and before he even knows what hit him, he's in check. So positioning yourself is part of your overall plan and your overall strategy. Now, to help you develop a plan, there's actually 5 questions that you should ask yourself before you ever make any single move. From the very beginning, when you're setting up your opening, you should always be asking yourselves these questions. So the first question you should ask yourself is, what is my opponent trying to do? You have a plan, your opponent has a plan, and his plan is always going to affect your plan. So ask yourself, what is my opponent trying to do? Question number 2 is, does that affect my plan? You know what your overall strategy is going to be, but you want to change it based on what your opponent is trying to do. Third question is, what do I do next? Well, after you know what you want to do, and after you know what he wants to do, well, what are you going to do about it? You plan a move. What is going to be the best move that you can do, taking those 2 things into consideration? The fourth question is probably one of the most important questions in this series. Is there a better move than that one? I love that question because it forces you to think outside of the little box that you just created. And if you just put that aside, saying that's a good thing for now, but I'm going to see if there's something better. It forces you to slow down and to really think things through and to take a wider realm of things into consideration. And the final question to ask yourself is, do I understand the position better now? So now that you've taken everything into consideration, you ask yourself, do I see what's going on a little bit better? And if not, keep looking around a little bit more. These 5 questions, if you take all of the tools that you have, come up with a plan, and use these questions to help you develop and adjust your plan as is necessary, you're going to be a formidable chess player. I promise you that. Because one of the most important things about chess is to be thoughtful, to see the big picture, to look things through, or to think things through. That's what makes a good chess player. The people who can't sit down and think things through and to be careful and thoughtful don't have much success in chess. Now let me tell you a little bit about why I love the game of chess so much. I like to think that if life were ever put on a game board, it wouldn't be called the game of life, like, well, there is a game of life. Life on a game board is called chess in my mind. If you compare the game of chess to life, then these 5 questions are also very applicable. You may not think that you have an opponent in life or somebody that is your arch enemy trying to beat you. That's not really how it is. But we do have opponents in life that we are playing the game of life against. It may not be a person, it may just be your own negative attitude about things or your own discouragement that's keeping you from doing things. There may be specific people that are deliberately trying to discourage you from keeping your dreams or from going out and doing something in life. There's always going to be someone who's going to talk you out of what you really want to do or what you dream of doing. There may be another person that specifically wants the same thing that you have or the thing that you're trying to get. That's someone that can be considered an opponent. And occasionally, it wouldn't be too far out of the question to say that you may encounter someone who is just plain evil and wants to do you harm or do something to hurt you or to cause you just pain and misery. In that case, you may be in a situation where these 5 questions will be very helpful. Once again, in the game of life, you should always ask yourself, what is my opponent trying to do? Whatever this force is or this person is, what are they trying to do? And then ask yourself, what is it that I want? What's my plan in life? And is what this outside force doing going to affect what I want to accomplish in life? Those are 2 very important questions to ask yourself. And next you ask yourself, well, what's my next move? What am I going to do in life? I know what I want to accomplish. I know what's against me. So what am I going to do about it? What's my next move to help me accomplish my plan in life? And then the all-important question, question number 4, is there a better move than that one? Once you've put all of your resources together and come up with what you think is the best possible move to help you accomplish your dream or whatever it is that you want to accomplish in life, you think you have the best solution, it's always good to put that aside for a minute and just say, is there something better than that? Is there something else that I can do that's going to help me accomplish my dream? And maybe you want to do that a 3rd time. Ask question number 4 another time and come up with 3 possible solutions, both in the game of chess and real life. Come up with 3 different options for yourself and really think it through and then pick the best one of those. And then finally, question number 5. Do I understand my position better now? Can I see the big picture? Can I see all my options? Can I see what's against me? Can I see what I want? Can I see what my options are? And then pick the best one. Am I understanding this position better now? If you will just go through this series of thought, your games of chess will be awesome, and your game of life will be even better. Because I can pretty much guarantee that if you do those things, there's not going to be much that can stop you because you will strategize better and you will accomplish the things that you want to accomplish in this life. And that's one of the reasons I like the game of chess. Because when I play it, it forces me to be thoughtful. It forces me to be careful. It forces me to think about what's going on in life. And I think we would all do well to just step back for a minute and think about our position and think about what the best move to do is. Now go get out that game board. Get out that game of chess. Find someone to play with or the computer. And this time, all I want you to do, let's say, go ahead and try and win this time. See if you can take that computer down or that person. But with every move, don't worry about rushing the game of chess. It does not need to be rushed. I want you to think this time. Come up with 2 or 3 best moves before you ever make any one move and decide on the best one. See if you can see what your opponent's doing and try and figure out what they're doing. And then decide what you want to do. Find 2 or 3 good moves to do. Decide on the best of those. Reevaluate the situation and then make your move. Because every move counts in chess.